We begin here this morning with the outrage at authorities over their handling of Tuesday's mass shooting inside a Texas elementary school that left 21 people dead, 19 children and 2 teachers. State troopers in Uvalde, Texas now say the police response to the shooting was, quote, the wrong decision. Officers waited in a hallway for more than 45 minutes before confronting the gunman. This as children trapped inside a classroom with the shooter repeatedly called 911, while desperate parents outside pleaded with officers to do more. The terror lasted about 90 minutes and only ended when federal Border Patrol agents, not local police, entered the classroom and killed the gunman. Texas's governor is calling for an investigation into the police response. Omar Villafranca is in Uvalde this morning. Omar, what was the explanation given for why the officers did not act sooner?
Good morning, Jeff. The police chief of Uvalde schools was the commanding officer here on the scene, and investigators say he's the one that told the federal tactical unit that they could not go in there and engage the shooter. Why? He had deemed that this went from active shooter to a barricaded person type scenario and was waiting for more people and more equipment to show up. This as parents and also officers were still hearing gunshots being fired from inside the school.
Even with 19 officers outside the classroom, including members of a federal Border Patrol tactical unit ready to engage the shooter, the decision was made to wait.
Of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that.
With officers a few feet away, teachers and students made repeated 911 calls from inside the classroom, begging for police to come and help them.
She's called back and said there was 8 to 9 students alive. Student, child, called back. Was told to stay on the line and be very quiet. She told 911 that he shot the door. She asked 911 to please send the police now.
You had 911 calls at 12:10, 12:13,
Yes.
12:16. The shooter wasn't killed until 12:50. Did any of those 911 callers survive?
Yes.
Both or
I can't tell you that with certainty, but more than one survived.
Days later, and new details are still coming out on what happened Tuesday morning. Investigators say after the shooter crashed a car near the school, he got out and shot at a funeral home across the street and then at the school itself. He then hopped over a fence and entered the school building through a door that had been propped open by a teacher. And the original story on how a school resource officer was the first to engage the shooter turned out to be wrong. Investigators say the school resource officer was not even on campus. The new details have forced Texas Governor Greg Abbott to answer questions on why he initially praised the police response hours after the shooting.
The information that I was given turned out in part to be inaccurate, and I'm absolutely livid about that.
The changing narrative on what happened and details on why police waited to enter the classroom has many Robb Elementary parents astounded and angry.
As a mother, I would do that. Which I don't understand is why they did it. And why?
That's their job, to put themselves in risk.
Christian and Jessica Garcia's daughter, Kylie, survived the shooting. But now the family and many in the community are questioning why police didn't act sooner.
Why didn't they make the right decision? Why didn't they go in? They got their own assault rifles. They got their vests. That's their job. That's what they're there for. Just nothing, no words to describe, not disappointed.
An anonymous donor has donated $175,000 to cover all the funeral expenses of the 21 people who were killed. President Biden is expected to visit here in Uvalde tomorrow. Michelle?
Omar, thank you.